person in charge, or PIC, of your food service establishment, one of the most important weapons in your arsenal against foodborne illness is your thermometer. Without an accurate food thermometer, you are risking the health of everyone that eats in your facility. It is also up to you to train your staff to use their thermometers often and accurately. From checking final cook temperatures and foods in hot holding to ensuring your refrigerated foods are safe, your accurate thermometer is vital in preventing foodborne illness. And all that is required to assure the accuracy of your thermometer is a container full of ice and water to check the cold readings, and a pan of boiling water to check the hot side. But before we get started, let's talk about the different types of thermometers at your disposal. Food thermometers come in all shapes and sizes, so as the PIC, it is important for you to decide what will work best for your establishment. You will need to determine what types of foods you must temp, which will indicate what type of thermometers to purchase for yourself and staff. For example, if you prepare items such as pizza or salads, you will need a thin probe thermometer because the temperature will register at the very end of the thermometer's measuring device. Conversely, if you're cooking a roast, a meat thermometer may do the trick. Regardless, it is recommended you have both types so you can accurately temp every type of food in your establishment. Furthermore, there are dialed types and digital. They range in price significantly, so it will be up to you to determine what will work best for your employees. Regardless, make sure to treat your thermometers with care and check them frequently to make sure they are accurate. So let's get started. First, it is important to note that all your thermometers will come with manufacturer's instructions, which you must take the time to read and understand. Secondly, you will need to know where on the measuring device the temperature is registered. For example, as mentioned previously, a thin probe thermometer measures the temperature at the very tip of the measuring device. That's why this type of thermometer is ideal for thin foods, such as hamburger patties, tomato slices, and iceberg lettuce. Now let's prepare a simple glass of ice and water to check if your thermometer is registering cold items correctly. Scoop as much ice as you can get into the glass, then top it off with cold water. Since the temperature of ice is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, your thermometer should register 32. Keep in mind that water temperatures vary greatly from region to region, which is why it is important to have as much ice in the glass as possible. If your thermometer does not read 32, you must follow the manufacturer's instructions to adjust your thermometer to the correct temperature and then test it again. Next, you will need to boil water to temp the hot reading. When checking boiling water, be very careful to use tongs to hold your thermometer or some other utensil such as a large slotted spoon so you don't suffer burns on your hand or arm. Now this part gets a little scientific and tricky because depending on how close or far you are from sea level will determine what temperature your water will boil. At sea level, water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. But if you are in Denver, Colorado, for example, water boils at 202 degrees Fahrenheit. In our example here in Charlotte, North Carolina, water boils at 210 degrees Fahrenheit. So we will check our thermometer with that principle in mind. There are many charts on the web that can help you determine the temperatures at which water boils where you are located. Once you have determined the accuracy of your thermometer, you are ready to check your final cook temperatures, items in hot hold, and all your cold items throughout your facility. And to learn more about safe holding, check out our videos simply titled Safe Food Temperatures. And remember, food safety starts with you, so be well, serve safely, and thanks for watching.